Yes, we're on record now.
Oh, Maria's showing up.
Okay,
Maria.
so while people are still coming in, I'm just going to announce to
Maria.
everybody, and I'm going to just so they know what's happening. So today we're having a Unity Circle, and Nora Creed is the Unity Circle host today. And today the topic is all about how to take responsibility for your own energy. And I'm going to let Nora take it from there so that she can explain what it is, because she's the one that came up with the idea of this Unity Circle. And I just want her to just explain what she means by that. So go ahead. It's all the floor is yours, Nora.
Right. Oh, thank you. I'm just seeing something coming up here in front of me. Somebody's name. I suppose that's all part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, thank you for inviting me along. And when Robin said to me, what are you going to talk about? I actually didn't know really. I thought something got to do with, being able to keep ourselves balanced in these energies. And these energies that are happening are ramping up a lot. So I suppose what I'm trying to say is that I will tell you what I do to keep myself balanced. And do I get it right all the time? No, but it's like rewiring the brain. We've been used to keeping this physical body balanced, but now we have to, I feel, do something on a regular basis energetically, but that could be very different for different people. So that's why I call this kind of taking responsibility for our own energy, because as we all know, our energy, our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions impact everyone around us. So I suppose for quite a while I have been very conscious of how am I impacting other people. And through the years, at times I wouldn't have impacted them very well. And I'm beginning to actually see this now looking back, because my consciousness would have been different then. So, like I said, it's very high energy at the moment, and it is getting higher, especially towards the end of this year, the 21st of December. I just get a sense that there's more energy going to be coming towards us. And what does that do to us? It will create change in us. It will move something within us. It'll make us different. So what I wanted to talk about was, how do we keep ourselves balanced in the meantime? And I suppose the first thing that comes into my head is white light. We are all, no matter what modality you use or what, everybody knows about white light. But what does it mean to us? What does it mean to me? White light, to me, it comes from the earth, but it just doesn't come from the earth. It comes from the grid. This is my perception of what it is. It comes from the grid. What's the grid? The grid is just this. To me, it's like this junction box of energy. It's prana, it's frequency, it's coming from the stars, the sun, the moon. And like this junction box to me is just this whole load of crystals. And all the energies from the earth and the cosmos and the planets and the sun and the moon and the stars and the masters and color and sound and sacred geometry, everything comes through this grid, through this huge bed of crystals. This to me is the grid, this bed of crystals. And out of this bed of crystals, we can pull up this white light to actually cleanse our fields. And like somebody said the other day, which I didn't realize, I don't know how far out our energy field goes, but we are physical in nature, but we are physical. We have a physical vessel, but we have an energetic, the rest of us is energy. It's like this energetic body, these that goes out, did somebody even say 50 miles? You know, it goes anywhere, however far it goes out a long, long ways. So we interact with others as even when we're just walking down the street. So this white light, you can do it as often as you like. What are you doing? You're pulling up frequencies and prana and light, and your intention is to clean your field, clean that field. Because that field is walking through other people's fields, it's walking through land that there might have been a battle on at some time, and you're talking to different people, and we're picking up what's in their fields. So we have to keep cleaning this up. When we go shopping, when we come back, white light. And the more that we do it, it's like we connect more deeply to it. So it's just like you could do this 20, you can't overdo it. You actually can't overdo it. When you get out of bed in the morning and you pull back the covers and leave the covers back, because we're breathing during the night, let the energy of what we release during the night, let it go out the window. You could white light your bed, white light the room before your home, every room that you go into. You could just in an instant white light, and you're cleaning out, you're opening the windows and you're cleaning out whatever happened during the night, because we work harder during the night than we do even in the daytime. Because we're all different. We pick up messages differently. And I just know that I sleep very well at nighttime, thank God. But like we'll say, that idea that between here and the 20th of December or the 21st of December, something big energy is coming in. I got that message sometime during the night, because I woke up in the morning and thought, and we're all different. It doesn't matter whether we're more clairvoyant or clairaudient or clairsentient or claircognizant. It doesn't matter which of our senses is the strongest or what way it works. We all need to clean this field, because this is our vessel. And I think more and more and more we have to become more conscious of what we're eating, the amount of water we're drinking. Water is also huge, because we are 70% plus water, the same way as the planet is 70% plus water. And water is a conductor of energy. So this vessel has to be kept topped up with the water. So even this evening when I went for my walk and I came back and I was going over a little metal bridge, and I was basically told, stop here and just let the water take away whatever, let it wash away out of your energy field, whatever you need to let go of. Like nature, to be honest with you, we can't get enough of it. And it's the strange thing about the moment is that for us, because of these energies coming in, some of us mightn't be able to do anything, while more of us could be doing loads. It's just the way it's impacting us. But nature is one thing that just keeps us so grounded and earthed, and it'll just fill us up to no end. Like we really do have to get out in it every day. Even if it's only for 10 minutes, quarter of an hour, even if it's just in the garden. And for some of us, it's like digging in the garden or just earthing, grounding, and getting the nutrients and the prana and whatever is coming, the elements that we need. So like I said, water, showering. You might even have to shower twice a day, morning and evening. Like if you were out amongst a lot of people, if you were a nurse, like shower before you go to work and shower the minute you come home. You come home, you throw yourself into your favorite chair without showering, you're bringing in a whole heap of stuff, and dumping it on that chair. And the next person that comes along and sits in that chair actually are picking all this up as well. So, do you know when I said about being responsible, this to me is just responding to what is happening right now, you know, and like there's loads of things we can do. Turning off the television is huge. Turn off the radio. You know, we need to know, okay, we need to know what's going on. But I just say to the universe, look, let me know what I need to know. And I'll always know if there's a lockdown or something, or if I, you know, I'll always be told. I'll see a newspaper, or I'll just notice a headline somewhere, and I know. I'm always told, even though I don't listen to the radio or read papers or anything like that. And I deliberately don't read papers because it just, I can't. I don't want to. Like I said, the nature, recharging, water, the salt baths, Epsom salt baths, sea salt baths, you're cleaning your field. You know, sometimes if we picked up a lot, you might even have to have a bath and a shower the same day. You know, water is so healing. It's just so healing. Like I said, the white sage, saging your home, saging your bedroom, saging. Opening the window and saging. You'll know yourself even with your bedroom. It'll feel murky. If you'll know after 3 or 4 days that you need to maybe change the sheets, hoover the room, it feels murky. You know, and I say this because I started off not feeling anything. So to me, even when I can feel this murkiness, I'm going, oh, thanks be to God, I can actually feel it. You know, so it tells me, you know, opening windows, saging, maybe using resins, you know, with charcoal, essential oil sprays, whatever, you know, what have you got? What are you drawn to? Putting on your, whatever, your jewelry, you're wearing your crystals, your symbols, whatever, they'll pull in what you need. So it's just like, I don't know why I seem to be wearing this dragon power pendant a lot lately, but then between here and 2027, we're being asked to stand in our power, and that's what that symbol is about. It's about standing in your power, saying what you need to say, maybe you're writing what you need to write, because it's like it's coming to a time where we've all these ideas in our heads and we mightn't be exactly able to get them down on paper yet or be able to say them, but this is what this energy is pushing us to do, to speak it, to write it, to say it in some way, through your art, through your whatever medium it is, jewelry making, whatever. Candles, I just seem to light, how many candles am I lighting here today? I seem to light a load of candles, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I was wondering, why do you light so many candles? Because it's that fire, it's like it's earth, air, fire and water, nature, the earth, you know, the water is out in nature as well. The fire, they're all cleansing elements, the whole lot of them. The flame, it cleanses. You put them beside crystals and they amplify. You know, so it's all about protection and cleansing, and of course calling in all your masters, if it is Mother Mary or Jesus or whoever it is, Mary Magdalene or Melchizedek or, you know, Metatron, Saint-Germain, whoever. So it's all about just continuing to connect and having symbols around you, and this is the way you pull in the energy. So, you know, I suppose in years gone by, you know, this is what the Sacred Heart Lamp was about. We had them here in our country anyway, like it was everybody had a Sacred Heart Lamp. you know, and there was a little bulb and a little light beside Jesus, and you see his heart, the Sacred Heart. So this was huge, like in Ireland, like. And it's only now I'm beginning to realize what they were tapping into. Now I'm not going to go into religion, but that was what they were trying to do, was tap into that energy and pull in the energy. Meditation, stillness. Do you know something? It's an art. A lot of us, we don't naturally do it, but it's probably one of the most important things of all, is just to be still. And just maybe start off maybe for 5 minutes, just maybe even just with your heart, just maybe just going with your breath, just going with your breathing, and not being hard on yourself if you can't do it. If something comes into your mind, just bring yourself gently back again and just listen. And it gets better and better and better. You get better at it the more you do it. And that, for me personally, like, that wouldn't have come easy, because I'm so up in my head, would have been so up in my head in the past. Now I still have to work at it myself, but so coming into stillness, like, that's, you know, it's not the easiest thing for me to do. But when I do, I love it. And the more I do it, the better I get at it. So it's like there's a long list here, but it's the words are coming to me. It becomes you after a while. You incorporate all these things into your life, and you become to recognize this energy field that you have to take responsibility for, because it impacts your nearest and dearest. They're just the basic tools. It impacts us. It impacts everyone around us. And I suppose especially the woman, the mother, she impacts everybody in the house. So, you know, it's whether your children are in Hong Kong or whether they're beside you, we impact them. So we impact everyone around us, and we impact our neighbours. So this is why I kind of called it being responsible for my own field, because it impacts everybody. And the more you do it, the more responsibility you have with it. It's not that it gets stronger. When you take responsibility for yourself, your energy field is impacting more in a more profound way. So you have more responsibility even, but that just comes with territory. And it's like just getting used to this idea that we have this field that we have to maintain, that we have to keep the tank full. And it's about, you know, not losing energy, too much energy to others, or staying too long with somebody, because I know all the time at this stage now, when my time is up with somebody, I get tired, or I get a little bit of tiredness. And it's like the guys will tell me, that's it, you're finished now, you're done. So, and if I go over the time, I will be flattened. So it's to actually recognize, I'm done here. It's like this conversation with whoever is over, and to actually follow that and to leave it at that, because I many times in the past I haven't, and it actually has flattened me. My tank has gone dry, or it definitely has lowered in energy. So I wrote down here, not giving yourself away too much to others, standing in your own power, in your own love, in your own light. I suppose it's about seeing your own worth as well, and they all kind of come together. So remembering that we have an aspect of us that we lose energy. It's normally from our power centers, you know, hence this symbol of dragon power. dragon power, your solar plexus, we lose energy from that belly area. And it'd be just as, to keep reminding yourself, yeah, I'm out in a crowd. This opens up automatically. So just keep it closed down a bit. Pretend there's a door on it and close it down. Leave it open an inch. Don't close it completely. Just leave it open an inch. It will automatically open up fully, but to keep closing it down. I'm in with a lot of people. I have to mind my energy, just close it down a little bit. Now, other people have different ways of doing this. I know they have, but it doesn't really matter what way is your way, but it's to remember. We don't always remember. We remember by continuously being aware of it, and we get better at it. Because remember, it's like our brain has to rewire to remember that we are these energy beings, and doing these different things to keep our energy tank full is imperative. I don't think that any of us are going to get away with not doing it from now on. Like even the kids in school, I just see so many cars outside the small little country schools, and you could have 11 or 12 cars outside a small country school, and I guarantee you they're not all teachers, they are SNAs, a lot of them. You could have 4 teachers and the rest of them are SNAs. These are the sensitive children that need to be white lighted, that need to, even when they're in school, to be taught themselves how to clean their energy fields, to be taught how to use Saint-Germain's divine flame. Everybody knows about Saint-Germain's divine flame. So like somebody was saying here, as an empath, it's a full-time job protecting your energy field. Actually, it is. It's like you have to become even more conscious of this field continuously, knowing that if you go shopping, that you have to maybe close down your we'll say that aspect to you, that where you lose it from your solar plexus area. You just have to continuously close it down. Or maybe after being on the phone with somebody, cut the cord from them. You're not ever pushing anyone out of your life. You're just cutting the energy cord that was created from you speaking to that person, and you have to cut that cord with a knife or a scissors or whatever. You're not pushing them away. You're actually only strengthening the bond with that person by minding your own energy, because it's also allowing them to mind their energy. It's like a frequency that comes from you. So, there's so many different things that you can actually do. Like I said, the Saint-Germain divine flame, everybody knows the Saint-Germain divine flame. All it is, you can ask your higher self that, you make the purple flame manifest in your Earth Star chakra 6 inches beneath your feet. Merlin the magician, Saint-Germain, just the same person in different incarnations, bringing in different frequencies. So Saint-Germain, just asking him to create the violet flame in your Earth Star chakra, and just having it coming up through you, those purple flames going into every cell, every atom, every aspect of you, into the very, very middle of your bones, out into your auric field, into your consciousness, transforming and transmuting all negativity into the light. So this is just another aspect of us. There are we have so many different vibrations and aspects to us. It's like they're all our tools, the Saint-Germain divine flame, and he's gifted this to us so that we can use it, and he wants us to use it. And it's Merlin the magician. We've always known him. It's just a different incarnation. So just all you have to do is just imagine that purple flame coming from 6 inches beneath your feet, and see Merlin, if you like, with his long purple robe and his white beard and his staff, and he's there gifting you with this flame just to go into every aspect of you. and extend outside of you, and like going into your energy field and just transforming and transmuting all negativity into the light. And what does he do? He changes it into love, and he sends it back down to you as freedom and forgiveness and abundance and manifestation. You know, so this is the gift from the beautiful Marilyn. Like, and I suppose it is about connecting. And how do we connect to somebody or an energy or Marilyn? We practice. And the more you do it, the stronger the connection gets. The more that it works better for us. So it's all about practice and just being aware, like that I need to clean this field. And there'll be so many times you won't clean it and you'll not feel great. But it's like we have to not feel great to realize, oh shucks, I forgot to do whatever, the white light, I forgot to close that doorway down in my solar plexus. I took in too much while I was shopping. And you have to come back and be tired and realize, shucks man, I maybe think that you have to go to bed, but very often it's not bed we need. We just need to clean our fields and fill up those tanks. It's like this tank of energy that it's a bit like the tank in the car. It goes down and it has to be filled up again. So
Nora,
yes,
I'm just going to say some, because you wanted me to tell you when it was getting kind of like towards the end, so that you could do the question and answer if anybody had any questions.
okay.
Do you want to run a procedure before we do questions and answers, or?
I will. I'll just do one procedure. It's very simple. It's just you maybe, just imagining a silver diamond around your body. Just a silver diamond around your body. And that's when you imagine this silver diamond around your body, you're imagining you're pulling in every aspect of yourself inside the diamond. So you're here, you put yourself into a silver diamond. Now the very bottom tip of that diamond is going down into your Earth star 6 inches beneath your feet. So it's anchored you into your Earth star. And just imagine then maybe on your left-hand side, just by your left ear, there's a silver line of energy coming down from above your head, down by your ear, your left shoulder, down your left side of your body, your left leg, and flowing down below your feet and anchoring into the aspect of the diamond below your feet and above your feet. It's like there's a line drawn down your left-hand side, and it's touching the diamond. It's attaching to the diamond above your head and below your feet. And this is your feminine line. That's that intuitive, sensitive side, that inner knowing side. And down by your right-hand side, then there's another silver line coming down by your right ear, your right shoulder, down, 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 your right leg. And again, attaching yourself to the aspect of the diamond above your head and below your feet. It's your male side. Your male side has come in. The action side, the doing side. Now the male and the female side in perfect balance. They're parallel to one another in perfect balance down your body. And then just another silver line of energy just flowing across your belly button. Pure straight silver line horizontally across your body. It's your gravity line. Again, attaching itself to the aspect of the diamond to your left and to your right. So you're balanced in the earth, balanced in the cosmos, balanced in your mind, balanced in your emotions. And 2 more silver lines of energy, one from the sole of each foot, coming down into a V and anchoring into your Earth Star chakra, 6 inches beneath your feet. So your physical body is anchored into your Earth Star chakra, 6 inches beneath your feet. And that Earth Star chakra now aligns to the crystals in the core of the earth. to the crystals in the core of Gaia, to the grid. So you're balanced in the earth, balanced in the cosmos, balanced in your mind, balanced in your emotions, and grounded, earthed into the crystals in the core of the earth. Okay? So you all earthed.
Thank you, Nora. That was really nice. So we could do that. I actually do that procedure almost every day. And I have been doing it also for my child, because I have a child that isn't very grounded, and he was having trouble in school, and you had mentioned to do that. And for about 3 weeks now, every day, every morning when he is getting ready to start school, I imagine I put him into the diamond and I do the whole procedure for him. And then I anchor him. I take him from I take the pillar, and I bring it down and I anchor him into the earth. And then I say, have a good day, my boy. and then he goes off, and I've noticed a big difference. He's actually starting to, his confidence level is going more. He seems to be listening better in class, and things are happening better for him. So I really believe that you can do it not just for yourself, but you can do it to help your children or somebody in your family if you're finding that they're ungrounded and they're not able to kind of, they just need to pull everything back in. If someone around you is kind of scattered.
Back in and anchor themselves down.
Can you do that for an adult, or do you have to ask their permission, or is it only children that you can do that for?
Well, you can do it for your own children and your adults. It would be better, you know, if there was somebody very sick, to ask their higher self, do they need me to do this? And you'll either get a yes or no. Mm-hmm. You know, if there's maybe a loved one that's not into any of this, and they could have gone through a huge illness, you just ask their higher self, can I do this for them? You know, not forever, because you're taking away the responsibility from them, but you know, you'd have to ask their higher self. But for your own kids, like, yeah, absolutely. But also to teach them at some stage what, you know, how to do it for themselves, because the kids are brilliant. Like I had kids here doing meditation with them. I used to be teaching them how to white light themselves, and they just do it like that. Yep, that's done. You know, they're way better than us. Like, you know, be trying to tell them, do you notice the difference between Saint-Germain, divine flame, and the white light? And they tell you the difference. Like, when would you use this? And they tell you, oh, it's when I'm nervous when I'm doing my spelling test of a Friday, and I do it. You know, they come up, they're brilliant. Like, awesome. You know, it's very much part of them. Like, you know.
Now I have a question on here, Bobby. She's not able to get her audio on, and so she's typed in a question. So I think we'll go with her first, and then if anybody else wants to ask a question, we'll go with Bobby's first. She says, I compromised and it affected my daughter, and I had no idea it had happened. I never felt anything. My daughter was going in. I never felt anything, and my daughter was going into depression. I don't get guidance from my higher self. How can I make sure this doesn't happen again? And she says she loves that, what you were just saying. And she says, I don't get answers when I ask my higher self. So when she said loved that, maybe she was talking about when we were talking about what we're doing for what I do for my son and what you were just talked about.
You know, I understand actually what she's on about, because to be truthful and honest, we impact our families in all sorts of different ways, and we don't realize for a long time until we start to do work on ourselves how we have impacted them. And it's not about blaming or shaming ourselves or saying, oh my God, I did that, I didn't know that. We did not know. We were conditioned in a certain way. We came in with what we came in with. And it's when you know more, when you take responsibility, when you know more, then you can do something different. So I totally understand what that lady was saying. I probably did the very same thing myself. But when I got to realize I've done a lot of work, I had to do a lot of work to find out about myself and to get into myself and to recognize me. And then bit by bit recognizing my impact on others. So what I've said here today is just a little, it's, you know what, they're the starting tools. It'll be something you'll always need, you'll always work with. But there is more. There's more to be done. And it's about finding the right person or that can help you, that you resonate with, that can help you, that you feel drawn to. You know, and it's even a matter of just putting it out there. Spirit, I need somebody to help me with this. I need help. I couldn't have done any of this on my own. I had to get help. I had to get help from somebody who had done it before me, because they would have held the vibration then that would have helped me, because they'd understand it. And you'll just draw to you who you need, who you'll draw exactly the right person to you, and you'll know if it feels right, and you'll know I don't like the look of that one, or I don't, no, not him, not her, that one, because she's nice eyes. It doesn't really matter what she's, it's just if you're drawn to them.
Yeah, I believe that that's one of the reasons why we started up doing these Unity circles, so that we could bring on different people. They could all be talking about the same topic, but everybody resonates with a different person. And so we thought this is one of the best things ever, because we're able to like meet people and learn new things off from new people. And then you could also possibly connect and with people that are, you know, all across the world that you didn't even know. And so yeah, that's where I'm kind of like going all crazy with my talk. But basically, so like you, Nora, you also offer sessions and things like that of your own. I know that. So by you being on here today, somebody out there in the world might be saying, oh, I really connected with Nora, and they might get onto you, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it could be the vice versa, different ways. But does anybody else have any questions for Nora?
I got a question here. I just was wondering about that silver diamond, if it's like if you see that it's related to your Merkabah, like is there like it integrates with it? Is there some integration that it does with that?
No, to me, the silver diamond is that we are sacred geometry. So you're pulling in that aspect of you, your sacred, because you know the way we can be here, we can be there, we can be little bits of us everywhere, and we are not anchored in enough. So it's like this diamond anchors, pulls in every aspect of ourselves and anchors it into your Earth star. So you feel more, and the more you do it, the more you feel anchored.
Right.
The more you feel present, that you're not off up in your head so much.
Right.
And obviously, you know, the Merkabah, to me, this is my perception, like the Merkabah is the more that we clear from ourselves, the more light that comes in, the more we build our Merkabah. Because it's like the Merkabah, I have this vision of this Merkabah like a spaceship that you can go flying off and chat to different planetary beings and dimensions and what have you. But in actual fact, what it really is that we hold more light when we let go of the negativity and the traumas and the whatever is blocking our vessels. The more light that comes in, it's like they can speak to us then, because there isn't as much gunk in the way. So this, to me, is what creates the Merkabah. More light we hold, the more they're able to speak to us, the more that we can go interdimensional, the more that we can go multidimensional.
I just felt like there were some similarities in the geometric patterns of the two, the Merkabah and then the silver diamond. Both have those geometric diamond kind of shapes, different colors, but similarities. Like I just thought there might be some kind of benefit of having them both kind of spinning at the same time, maybe.
I see. You're very visual, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm not a bit visual, you know, but I just kind of have this idea of the way it is, and you're possibly very, very right, but I do see things very simply, David. And we could be talking about the same thing, but not really even understand one another. But there's another thing too. I know the way my mind works. I don't need to know the mechanics of it. You know, but some of you, and you're probably one of these, you understand the mechanics. While to be honest, I couldn't give a hoot. I just don't have it in me. Technology anyway, you know, but we're probably talking about the same thing.
That's so funny. Cool.
Yeah. So, you know.
I know it was really enjoyable. Like I love that silver diamond. It's even this thing. I think this is the second time that I've seen you explain it and go over it and stuff. And it's even this time it's really enjoyable, and the energy, and you definitely feel centered and balanced and grounded. It's really nice.
Yeah, and you can do that anytime you feel like, if you feel like you're ungrounded, you can just pull yourself back in. Just put the diamond over you wherever you are. Like you could even be driving in your car and just put the diamond over you and do that procedure, and it really seriously pulls you back in.
To me, it's like the sacred geometry, because we are sacred geometry, and there's bits of diamonds sticking out here, and there's triangles out there, and there's hexahedrons out there, and we need to pull them all in, because they're bits of us. They're emotional bits, they're mental bits, there's all sorts of bits. It's like we have to pull it all in and anchor it down.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you, Nora. Yeah. We've got Shauna and Maria both want to ask you something. So we'll let Shauna go first.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. The reason I asked, actually, you guys are talking so much about sacred geometry. I just got certified in sacred geometry healing. So when you were talking about the Merkabah, I was like one way and the other, the top one go clockwise and then counterclockwise on the bottom. I don't know if that helps, David. That's what I learned with it, but I had a hard time with the visualization for a while with it. But my question was, I went to a vortex in Colorado, and I knew that I was an empath already and that I had psychic stuff happen throughout my life. But one of the things that happened there was I found out I have the gift of electricity and weather. Looking back, I can see things that have happened, like when I was meditating and astral projecting, our two transformers outside our neighborhood actually exploded. The whole power went out in my neighborhood. It was not good. And I didn't know until later that like I was the cause of that. And so like I feel a great responsibility, especially with my emotions and stuff. When I'm in a good mood, it's like the weather is awesome. And then it's like, I can just suddenly start crying within a minute, like it starts raining, like just right where, and I was like, okay, this cannot be real. And then while I was gone and I came back, my daughter just turned 10 and my son is turning 12, and they can both see energies, and they've been able to, they're very sensitive. But it seemed like they were activated as well, like higher. My son is able to see things with electronics, like pictures I can sense energies, and I can get pictures of them being other beings from, or spirits, I'm still learning. my daughter actually dropped a pair of scissors, and instead of hitting the ground, they levitated up onto the chair. And I was like, okay, I want to like promote, I'm like teaching them about spirituality. I've gotten them crystals. I've been doing white sage with them, having them do salt baths, but I don't want them to be around their friends or out in public and like my daughter just levitates something, you know? So yeah, please. I set the intention and asked, you know, from beings of light to help me and guide me with that with them, because the last thing I want to do is suppress their gifts. They're incredibly gifted and just pure love and light, you know, and but it's also like it's coming in full force. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I know, I think I have been very blessed in one way that I found myself, I found a teacher. And I know a lot of people say, your guru, your teacher, but she's not a guru. She teaches me what she has learned. She teaches a lot of people actually. And then you go and work with what she has taught you. And if you have questions, you can go back to her. Now, I know that not everyone does it like that. I totally understand that. But it just worked very well for me. The way I kind of look at things is the wheel has been invented. I don't need to invent the wheel, but that's the way it has worked for me. I find having a teacher helps me so much to understand what's going on and to learn tools from her so that I can stay balanced here and understand what my energy is doing. And it just came as a package to me all together. It wasn't bits of this or bits of that, which I would have had been doing before now. But it's like, if you can find somebody that will, the package that can help you with everything, actually. That's what the work that I've been taught does for me. There is nothing that is, I suppose, that I have to wonder about or that I have to, I'm always learning. There'll be no into that, like, but there's a peace within it and a faith and a knowing that it's okay, the answers will come, and you get the hit to do a certain amount of procedures, because I would have to do procedures on myself every day.
Right.
Now, some people do
I do healings on myself every day, because I mean I do healings for other people, and sometimes I'll realize like I haven't done things like it's triggered me if something is like in deep with them, that it's something I hadn't dealt with yet. And I mean, when I heal them, it heals me too, which is awesome. And my teacher does like, I'm learning from Oliver Nino and his wife. And I've been to his place in Dolores, and he's the one that has been teaching me and answering my questions so far.
Do you work on your children then?
Yes. I've been working with them here, and they've been a lot happier and very much more. They're very open and just go with it, you know. And I'm learning from them, honestly, with just being in the moment, you know, just being present, and that helps as well.
Right. So it sounds to me like you have your teacher, you have your tools, and you're running them on yourself, and you're running them on your children.
I'm having a lot of people come and ask me for help though suddenly. It's all the negative people are going out of my life. I'm also having like all of a sudden I'm getting inundated with a lot of people coming to me for help. And it's like I really want it. So the self-care thing's really hard too. So it's just like I want to keep helping. And
yes, it's just that you're being pushed actually, because they can now see you. So they're coming to you. So you're actually being pushed to be more careful of this vessel.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And I understand that, because we have to be drained at times to realize, oh shucks, I never did such and such. It is probably the best way of all for us to learn the lessons, is to make a whole pile of mistakes and not cut a card or clear your energy field or do what it is you ever do. It's imperative that that happens, actually. So well done. But not becoming even more conscious, and you have the tools.
Yeah. I mean, I have lots of ways to deal with it. It's just, it seems like I'm constantly having to do that. I mean, I'll do pattern interrupts. I'll put on certain frequencies to elevate. I'll go to the water's a big thing for me that calms me down. So going to the water, and it's the same with my kids, being out in nature. But yeah, but I just have this drive. I feel like there's this really big, almost a rush to help as many people as possible in this time. It's like I feel the pressure escalating.
Well, the energies are expanding right now. So there's people that need codes. So there's a lot of assistance, and just make sure you're doing fair energy exchanges, and then trust yourself, trust in your heart, and help as many as you can, because it's feeling good. It's feeling right for you. So just keep doing what's feeling good, right?
Exactly. Yeah. I love helping people. It makes me happy.
As long as you make sure that you have to honor yourself first.
Yeah, Oliver actually gave me a rose quartz when I was there. He took me aside and gave me a rose quartz, and he was like, you need self-care, and take care of yourself. Your
own vessel. Yeah, it's imperative, because you see, they want your help, and they know you want to give it, because your energy is going to them. But this is the way the universe is trying to get you to also honor yourself, to keep your own vessel.
Because we're all one.
Yeah, it's just a very cute way they have of getting us to own our energy and to mind it, and then then it gets easier.
Okay. Yeah, because I feel like the universe just kind of goes, Shauna, because like I'll just crash, and it's not that I'm tired. It's the afternoon here, like not from not enough sleep. It's I'm drained, and I feel like my crown chakra is just way too open, and I need to balance my chakras and not have so much stuff come in, and put my cut cords and put my shields up, and and let love and light in,
like anything I mentioned here. There's 17 of them I mentioned. They're just the basics. I mean, they're just the basics we'd be doing with everything else as well. To keep.
Thanks, Nora. I'm just gonna, I'm butting in because we have only a limited more time. And I know that Maria, she had a question she wanted to ask you. And I don't know if there's anybody else, but I wanted to quickly, we're gonna have to quickly wrap this up after Maria's question. And so we'll let Maria, and Misty has one short, small question. So we'll try to keep the answers kind of a little bit more brief this time so that we can get everybody have a chance to get in. Okay, so Maria, you have the floor.
Yes, I agree with most of what you said, but this about shielding and protecting, different teachers are telling different things. So I know several teachers that say you don't need that, you can keep your chakras open all the time, and as long as you fill up with light.
Yes, I hear what you're saying.
happened?
But I even imagine that some of the younger people that have come in do not even have as much baggage, we'll say.
Mm-hmm.
And it's through this process that maybe I've come from somebody that could feel nothing at all to feel something, to feel at this stage. So I had to go through a process to go from somebody that felt nothing at all, you know, everything was lovely, funny, but I wasn't feeling anything, to a stage where I can actually cry. So I had to go through this stage to get to that point. And I think it was important for me to have, I couldn't feel and that I can feel now, so that I could help others on the same path.
Okay.
Okay? That's my understanding of it.
But I would say too, like there's a lot of collective release going on right now, and they're different like sticky energies or whatever you want to call them that's floating around and stuff when this is happening. So to protect your energy is a good thing. And just it's if you look at it like, you know, eating good foods is good for your body, you know, like it's only going to benefit you. There's no drawbacks, and you know what I mean? Like there's no drawbacks from just putting some energy ball, and especially like when because everyone in the 3D is kind of just like trying to bring you into drama and stuff like that. And so if you put some protection around your energy field, it stops your energy from getting like sucked out by the drama too. So there's that benefit as well.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
So how is everybody else? Is there anybody else that has a question that would like to ask something to Nora? Anything small?
Yeah, just like if someone wanted to book a session with you, Nora, for your Transference Healing, it's pretty amazing. I know I did one and it was awesome. Where do they go for that?
If I have a website, www.noracreed.com, and even in that website, there's a meditation there it's a relaxation, a clearing relaxation meditation, and you get to feel the energy. And through the website, you will easily be able to email me, you know, and it tells you as well what I do. Like I do one-to-one sessions, and I do work with children, and it can be all absentee.
You remember the one I did? I remember which one? What one was that? Because you had 3 different kinds, right?
Oh yeah, we'll say there's one of them. It's a fundamentals. It's to clear alchemy. It's to create alchemy in your body.
Right.
You change something. There's another one. It's light body work. Beyond Doorways is light body work, and there's another one. You know, there's different. We divine everything in transference. Like I don't decide what you need. It just comes into my head. You might need inner child work. You might need alchemy. You might need light body work, and just come into my head, and I'll just work with that energy then. And they just we'll say the masters, the guides, they just tell me, oh, you need tones in here. You need whatever in there, color, sound, whatever.
Because you work with the planets, the stars, source, like everything, right? You just bring it all in.
Elements,
yeah.
Whatever you need. You know,
I remember it was pretty cool.
And Nora, do you still do? I know you were talking at the beginning of in March. You were talking about you have these. I think they're alchemy stones or something that you do, and you put them on like a grid.
Oh, the alchemy stones with all the symbols. In transference means change, and it'll change something. It will shift, the energy will shift something somewhere that will change physical pain, an emotional pain, a circumstance. But it's all symbolism as well, and the whole modality is is filled with symbols. But we got these stones, 28 stones with the different symbols on them, black onyx stones with symbols on them. And I would 3 or 4 times a week just lie down here and put about 5 of them on, maybe pick 5 out of the 28 and put them on different chakras, divine everything, and just lie down and go to sleep. And actually, it's brilliant. You know, it's the easiest thing going. You just white light yourself, put the stones up in whatever chakras you've divined, the stones that you've divined as well, and just go off
And
to
can you
sleep
do
for
that? Can you do
15
that
minutes.
for somebody, even if you're not putting the stones on a person?
Or you can do it as a meditation. You can do it as a meditation as well and send it as an MP3. So you just listen to it and it'll do the same thing. So it just clear. I think Alexis Cartwright is the channel for the Transference Healing, and she brought it out about 5 years ago because she knew that things would be a bit intense for people now. So it was a kind of a modality way before its time, and she brought these symbols out so you could just lay them on top of yourself and just let them do the work, and you get up and your energy levels are higher, your motivation, you just feel better, and you can just get on with your day.
And isn't
And you
transference
have to-
healing at a 7th dimensional healing modality?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of people are getting 5-dimensional healing modalities. So it's if you can go up to the 7th, then because that's where we're anchoring in next, and it will. I mean, if you want to really further yourself.
Yeah. Well, I suppose, you know, it's like we're evolving, so all the modalities are going to evolve as well, aren't they? They're evolving as well, like, because remember, we're the ones that are working with the different energies. So as we evolve, they're going to evolve.
Yeah.
And transference healing isn't necessarily what it doesn't always resonate with everybody either. Like we all have our thing, don't we? We all have our thing. It just so happens that it's what you found after you tried a whole bunch of different things. It seemed to be the thing that stuck for you.
Yeah, it just suits me. It just suits me. It suits me down to the ground. You know, the way you'd be always looking, like I've done the Reiki and done the IET and done the massage and done the bone therapy, but this just pulled everything together for me and made a whole heap of sense to me. You know, so but it doesn't matter what you do. It's just whatever resonates, whatever resonates with you. The people that you'll be working with will resonate with you, will say, jeepers, I need a session of that, or I don't like her, stay well away from her. You know, like, so it's fine. Like, it's just that we're not resonating at the same vibration. I don't like the look of her. I don't like the sound of her voice. Just don't go near him, like, you know. So, you know, that's the way it is, like.
Well, thank you, Nora, for coming on and giving us an hour of a talk about the tools and what you do to help take responsibility for your own energy. And we will be having more of these type of unity circles. So you can just be looking out for them every week on the New Earth Ascending Consciousness Facebook group page. We always put up at the top of the announcements whatever unity circles are going to be happening throughout the week, and we put that up on a Sunday. And so you can always find it, and the link is inside the event. And so you can always just find it so you can come on. And if you're interested in hosting a unity circle on whatever topic it is that makes your heart sing, come on and let us know. We have a meeting every Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern. It's 4 p.m. GMT, which is over in Ireland direction. If you're interested and you would like to host one of these, like what Nora did today, please let us know. If you can't come to the meeting, just give a quick little shout out to one of the Unity hosts, which are the admins. And there's 4 of us. We have Bonnie Bird, myself, Robin Nicole, we have David Starr, and there's also Jessie May. And so just let them know that you would be interested, and then we'll hook you up with a date. And we always have an interview for the person that's doing a Unity Circle, whoever's hosting it, we make sure we get you on and do an interview ahead of time so that people can get a feel for your energy and get a feel for whatever it is that you're going to be talking about in your Unity Circle, so people get excited about coming. And so I guess that's really all the information. Oh, and then the other thing is that every Unity Circle is recorded, and then we will be putting the recordings up on the YouTube page, which is called The New Earth AC. And you can go over and subscribe to that so that you can make sure that you get kind of notified every time one of these Unity Circles gets popped up. So this one today will be posted up there as soon as we can get it up. It takes a little bit of time to upload into YouTube, but once we get it there, it'll be there forever.
And thanks very much. By the way, cut cards and clear your energy fields, because these, you know, you might be tired after this. You don't need to go to bed. You just need to put fuel into your tank. All right.
A little bit of a warning as far as, I just kind of wanted to put a little warning. Nora, with her transference healing, she tends to be a person when she goes into these things, when she does group things, and she just wanted everybody to be kind of knowing that you might feel a little bit tired because you don't, transference works in a very different way. You don't know what's working or what's happening when you're doing it. So if you notice that you're feeling a little bit extra tired or what, Nora, like extra?
Listen, extra tired, or you get triggered. I trigger people, by the way, as well. You know, we all do, like, but so, you know, there could be a purification of some sort. You know, it's you know, these things happen. The energy just,
really
the
bad.
Remember, I'm doing that the whole time, like, wasn't I? The white light will clear something. You know,
so
energy.
if somebody ends up having like a really, I guess it would be kind of like ascension symptoms or something that's really like hitting them, if you could contact Nora if you need to privately in her messenger, or where, just look for Nora Creed. I think it's under Nora Mary Creed in the
Nora Mary Creed, and Nora Creed Transference Healing.
Yeah, just if you need to have a little bit of a chat with her.
Yeah.
And I'm sure she'll do something to answer you back.
And nothing might happen. Nothing at all might happen, but it has been known, you know, our energy, like I said, we do impact other people. So, you know, just to let you know that. Thank you.
Okay. So thank you everybody for coming. And I really liked, I saw a lot of, like, we're not recording anymore, just so you know, and we're going to be